F is for funk. Hi. I see a couple people in chat. You guys should let me know if the in-game audio is a bit loud. It's been a while since I've streamed my Switch, so it might be fucky. Dropped frames detected. You see any dropped frames, chatters? I guess it's hard to tell. There's not really anything happening. I haven't played this game since I beat it, quite frankly. At least... I don't even remember when this game came out. Was it 4 years ago? I think. Time flies. Time has no meaning anymore. I think it's been like 5 months since I booted it, though. Still got the same character. For those who don't know, I completed the Pokédex. Or at least I completed the game's original Pokédex. They added a lot of stuff in the DLC. I heard Aggron got added. He's my favorite, so I'm gonna try and catch one of those. But I don't actually know. I haven't seen footage or anything of what's in the DLC, so this is mostly blind for me. I just kind of figured I would stream it. Like, I'm not doing anything right now. Funk, there's a Skulltula hunt on the Isle of Armor, but it's worse. I can't wait. I don't even know how to get there. I gotta go to the train station, right? I've never done any of these, by the way. This is the post game for Pokemon Sword. You see these little exclamation marks? You, like, go into the gym and fight a Mega. Or, I'm sorry, Dynamax. I don't think I've done one of them. I'm trying to remember where the train station is. This map is so forgettable. I don't even remember where the train station is. It's somewhere over here, right? Wedgement? I've got something you can wedge. This toothbrush into your mouth. Keep your shiny whites clean. I don't know which one is Wedgeworth. That name means nothing to me. They're not even marked. Why wouldn't you have the name? Isn't it Monostoke? I'm sorry, this must be awful to watch. I don't know where Wedgeworth is. Oh, Hammer... No, that's not it. Is it that first town you enter? Oh, this is gonna be a long night. Do you ever get paired up with potatoes on Valorant? There's not really any matchmaking. It's unrated. Also, I don't want people to get the impression. I put up that highlight on FUNKe today. Which, by the way, it was edited by Moonbright, so round of applause for him. I don't want people to think that's like super high-level Raze. That was just me dicking around and jumping, but there is some way crazier shit you can do on Raze. Flights is a crazy Raze player. I recommend his channel. I wasn't really doing that, though. Okay, this is the right place. Now I gotta find the train station. Ah, good, an unreadable sign made up of gibberish letters. Funk, do you have any tips on becoming motivated with music and making videos? The last song I put out was like 2 years ago, and the last video I put out was 1 month. I don't know if I'm the guy to ask that question. I've found you kind of have to... The more you make stuff, the more you build up this shell around you, where you don't want to put out something that doesn't meet your standard. And you kind of have to be able to shatter your own standard and just start over sometimes. You go long enough making videos, and you overthink it. So I would recommend just don't get stuck in a routine too long. This is the waifu they added for the DLC. I'm playing on Pokemon Sword. I don't know if I get to actually fight her. I think it might be shield only. That or that was another waifu. I don't know. They're really hamming up the cute girls. No complaints here. The world you see out of the window of a train, it never stops changing, isn't it lovely? Yeah, I've seen Snowpiercer. I don't know, I think you're overhyping trains, man. Slew. This is blind, by the way. I'm starting the DLC. I haven't played any of it. Yes, if you want to laugh at me in chat, now's the time. I did buy the game twice, even though this shit should have just been in the base game, and I spent $30 to play what should have been in the game. I've come to terms with it. Thanks for the sub, Riller. Thanks for the reminder, Moustache. Yeah, so if you're in my chat, you probably care about this. Titanfall 2, as of like an hour ago, is on Steam. No meme, no debate. If you haven't played Titanfall 2, pick it up. Please, I beg you. I don't know why they added it now. It's so random, but Titanfall 2 is like one of the best movement shooters. One of the best shooters, frankly, I've ever played. It's normally $30. It's on sale for like $8.99, I think. It's such a cop. Even if you bought it and no one played the multiplayer, which it should be populated, but even if you bought it and no one was playing the multiplayer, I still think it's worth it for the campaign. It's that good. I haven't played the first Titanfall, but 2 is... if you have no idea what it is, it's the predecessor to Apex Legends. Only it's not a battle royale. Should probably just catch this, shouldn't I? I don't know why I killed it. Sorry, my mind got wired on Titanfall 2, and I fucking killed the Slowpoke. Also, I'll be honest, the only reason I'm telling you to buy it is because I want to play more Titanfall 2, and I want as many people queuing as possible. That way I can justify the purchase. Actually, it might have... It must have remote... or crossplay, right? With Origin? I know you need an EA account to play it, so I'm sure if you have it on Origin, you don't need to rebuy it. But honestly, I might rebuy it just so I can uninstall Origin. The only reason I have Origin is to play Titanfall 2. And for a little bit, The Force Awakens, but not even that anymore. So yeah, you don't need Origin for it, but you do need an EA account. So does this girl have a personality, or is her personality being a pink-haired girl? Because in my experience, it's pretty homogenous across the board. I'm being told by chat her personality is bitch. By multiple people. So yeah, okay. I was right. Her personality is being a girl with pink hair. No offense to any pink-haired bitches in my chat. That's bitch specifically referring to the term bitch. I'm not saying... Don't overthink it. What am I doing? There have been some times I've thought about booting this game up again just to play online, but then I remember everyone just runs Toxic Spikes and Corsola, and I decided, nah, I think I'll stick to competitive FPS games, thank you. Dude, I can't wait to get some new outfits. I've been wearing the same orange get-up since, like, halfway through the game. They just stopped giving me cool stuff. Alright, chat. Can I catch an Agaron relatively quick in the DLC? Or am I gonna have to go through some bull to get it? Because I'm just here for the errand. At least on Smogon, Galarian Corsola fell out of the meta. That's reassuring. What did it get replaced with? Can't imagine it's better. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played. I really don't know what's up in the meta. So it's not like I ever played organized Pokemon to begin with. I'm Clara. I've been at the dojo a while, so they sent me to help the newbie. Oh? Sounds like it was ripped straight from the Splatoon Octo soundtrack. I'm the colorful, caring, and charismatic Clara. Clara! Oh my god! How did this get on my computer? It's nice to see they've really beefed up the animation budget for this DLC. Generic walk cycle into a camera pan. Who is it that's making Pokemon Snap? I heard it's getting outsourced, right? To, I think, Bandai Namco? And that's why it looks better than this game. Thought that was funny. Oh, I didn't stack my Pokeballs. I don't know what team I have right now. It's unknown, really. Wow. An unknown is better at developing than Game Freak. Ha. Remember, it's just a test, so take it easy. I might do one girl voice joke later, but I'll save it for now. I love how the first fight in this DLC after I've beaten the whole game is a level 58 bug. Wow, you're really power scaling over here. Yo, I gotta swap for type advantage. This is my team for those that want a quick look at it. Whimsy, Scott, I was just testing. I don't really use them. Noivern, I don't have it, like, EV stacked or anything. I just think it's one of the cooler designs. So I have it. Dude, I'm gonna wipe her. Oh, it's gonna feel so good. Even though she only has one more Pokemon. Should I get the DLC for TF2? For Titanfall 2? What DLC is there? I don't even recall there being DLC. Titanfall 2 has some of the best microtransactions of any online game. You can buy like a custom Titan chassis. Just like a different Titan outfit basically. But they don't push it. Not good at all, man. How'd this kid get so strong? If this kid joins the dojo, nobody's gonna pay attention to my strength. This girl reminds me of like half of all female Overwatch streamers. They're all in silver. And they all get twice the views of Grandmasters. And they all main Moira. Again, no offense to any female Overwatch streamers in chat. I don't mean to generalize. This is a misogynistic stream. I know you can get like a new bike outfit, right? The motocross one. I always thought the outfit they give you is so fucking ugly. It's like some pajamas I would wear at summer camp in 2008. Specific, I know, but... Everyone on the island is oblivious to the fact that you're a champion. Well, you would think that me wiping them with my first Pokemon would indicate that maybe it's time to step up. But no. Not even gonna damage it. Catch values are dog shit in this game. I can just throw 3 of these and get it. It's interesting this Baneri managed to get to level 60 in the wild without evolving. You would think it's an evolutionary benefit for this Baneri to have evolved, because it's more likely to procreate. Actually, no, now that I think about it, it's less likely to procreate, because it'll probably get caught by some horny trainer. If you stay a Baneri, then the fetishistic trainers aren't gonna bother catching you. You can now go catch Aggron. Lead the way, champ. I don't give a fuck about Jigglypuff. Rap God, I've had enough. I'm gonna go get that Aggron. The ladies will fawn. D-d- I don't know if you can hear it, but my dogs are going haywire right now. Is it from Alola? You can tell by the 3 strands of hair popping out of its, dickhead. Oh, so I guess they're introducing a mini-game where you find Digletts just around. Wow, that sounds really easy to code. Almost like they're just trying to make content without trying too hard. Sorry, I know it's a bit early to be criticizing. Is that just this game's Korok Seed? Is that what this is? That sounds like what it is, but with no puzzles. 150. At least they're self-aware. I would have liked it to be more like Korok Seeds. You actually have to work for those. This is the Skulltula hunt? Oh. Fucking great. I mean, it's nice to have an expansion on the wild area, I guess. I don't know. I hope this isn't like the primary content. Just, oh, you have more wild area to walk around and collect stuff. I'm sure there's some sort of a story to follow. Yeah, I didn't spend $30 just to walk around in tall grass. You seem to have an awesome bike. Let me customize it. Oh. So you get 2 custom colors. White and black. And that's it. You unlock more later, right? Oh, look at that. It's got a cute particle trail, too. You know what this reminds me of? Back in the day, I used to play custom TF2 servers, and a bunch of them had these trails that you could buy. If you played on the server long enough, you would rack up points that you could spend on cute little trails. And there would be ones of, like, Nicolas Cage's head and sandwiches. It was great. Rocket League 2. I should have said that first. I don't know why. TF2 is my example of everything, apparently. Yeah, that's a Rocket League trail. Except with the sound. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna walk around and look for an Aggron or an Aaron. I don't know how big this is. The few times I've looked at people playing, it didn't seem like it was that big. Does Fortnite have trails? I don't know. I don't play it. That's a Johto-looking house. Check the desert to the north. Sorry, I left my compass at home. You're gonna have to be a bit more directionary. I'm glad even in the DLC they're still reusing characters from the, or reusing Pokemon from the overworld. They definitely upped their detailing game. They fit a couple more trees in, I guess. Kudos. I don't know how much that means anything when all of the map is still just a straight line you bike around. Oh yeah, I have a map, don't I? Okay, I think I'm going the right way then. This is kind of random to pick up, but I feel like one of my preferred games of vehicular movement is riding around in Destiny 2 on your little bike. Or your little, what do you call it? Your little tiny ship. Because there are some really expansive overworlds in Destiny 2 with big, long roads. And you can, like, go off of ramps and get a bit of airtime. I kind of wish they did something like that in this game. A bit of tech to my biking movement. I can't... Dude, it's not like Google Maps. It doesn't tell me which direction I'm facing. I'm gonna have to destination. Okay. I'm not stopping for Pokemon yet. I want to get the ones I want. I guess I'll just drive around. Eventually I'll land there, right? Yeah, I talked about Titanfall 2 a minute ago. Again, buy it. Buy it so I can play it. I'll probably stream it, honestly. Tomorrow or sometime next week. I really do hope it gets a player boost. I'm kind of shocked they didn't make it free to play, but at least it's on sale. So it's a mushroom that looks like a Pokeball. I think I need to BRB. My dogs will not shut up right now. I need to go hug them. You know, it's nice to be back at my family's house right now, just because of all the moving shit I've been dealing with. Having dogs bark under me every time I'm trying to stream, not as preferable. Oh, whoops, bye. So it doesn't even follow where I am on the map. It just stays in this one spot. It's 2020, and there's not trackable progress on map location. I don't know what I expected. I guess this. I went backwards. Bit of a maze. Hold on, can anybody see the sun? I need to see, it sets in the west, right? So I gotta go, north relative to it. That's how this works, right? Fully functional time system. This has to be it. I don't think it rains in the desert. I think I'm in the wrong place. I must have glutes of steel to be able to bike up a staircase. Not to be that guy or anything, but... This is the Tower of Darkness. You're not yet ready to climb this tower. Halt! Nobody is allowed up Goron Mountain, especially not a child. You're not allowed here. Thanks, video game. I love roadblocks. I actually kind of fucked with Luxray. I might grab this. At this point, I could just get an entire electric team. Desert rain exists? Yeah, I know. I'm just saying the fact that it immediately started raining when I entered kind of told me it's probably not what I'm looking for. I think hard carry will kill with all of these attacks. Whew. Perfect. I broke every bone in its body except for its back leg. The ideal catching conditions. Spring Sprunk. Oh yeah, I forget quick balls are kind of OP. I don't know if I have any on me though. Kind of want to get my real loadout prepared. Stompies is my box for characters that I will actually use. Everything else is just junk. Let's see. This is like my actual online OG fighting team, but I don't. It seems like overkill. Sorry, Wyvern. You're not really stacked enough for this. Not up to the job. Leave an empty space for Agaron. Oh, I just realized. So, the reason I had a Colossal and a Duraludon is because they look kind of like Agaron. So I had both of them on my team to take up his slot. But now I don't need fucking either of these guys. I can release them. After all of our years of growing as a team, I don't fucking need them anymore. The hunt is going... Oh, there's an island. The hunt's going great. I have no idea where the hell the desert is. Skarmory. Hey, come back here. Is this actually happening? I don't think I jump. There's not a jump button. How's the house hunting going? It's a fucking house. On my salary? Dude, I get fucking scalped on apartments. I'm not affording a house. It's been kind of shitty. I had found this perfect apartment. If I can just vent to you for a moment. It had Google Fiber, but I couldn't get a... I said Google Fiber and my Siri just went on. Stop listening to me! I found an apartment that had Google Fiber and some other promising utilities, but I couldn't get an in-person tour. And when I finally managed to see the property, they skimped on so many utilities. And here's the problem. So originally I lived in a condo. Then I moved out of that, put my stuff at my parents' place. Then I got set up in the apartment. Wait, hold on. So then I got set up in this apartment, and then I learned half of my outlets don't work. The what do you call it? The leasing center that's supposed to help tenants, they just never answer the phone. Everything that went wrong could. So I had to move all the stuff from my apartment back to my parents' place. So now I'm back at my parents, and I decide, okay, I can start looking for a new place. Then my parents yesterday come to me and say, hey, great news. We found someone who wants to buy the house, so we're gonna probably move soon. Which I've already moved my shit about 3 times in the last 2 months. So my parents coming to me and saying, hey, you're probably gonna have to move your shit again if you're here. So what's probably gonna happen is my family's gonna move, I'm gonna have to move again, then I'm gonna have to find an apartment, and then move my stuff a 5th time. This year. So, how's the move going? It's going. It's going to drive me insane. Is anyone listening to me? I don't know. This isn't a desert. Is Loudred in the original decks for this game? I'm trying to think, because I have a Wyvern and a Toxicroak, who are both, like, audio-based Pokemon. So if I could add a Loudred, I might be able to get a real band going. I have 211 quick balls. Yeah, I'm not worried. Oh, I'm sorry. Toxtricity, not Croak. Is that a GSP ball? Yo, did I find a Celebi? It's a niche reference. That's a reference to the Pokemon anime. Daily reminder that Celebi could have stopped 9/11. It can time travel. It knew. It knew 9/11 happened, and it didn't do anything. I wonder what percentage of Pokemon trainers who own a Loudred are deaf in one ear. I bet it's over 50%. I'm just picturing a Pokemon battle where he sends out Loudred and immediately all the trainers nearby's eardrums bursts and they all fall to the ground screaming as Loudred waits for directions. Hi, I came here from a different region and I've been looking for Galarian Pokemon. I'm keeping my Farfetch'd. Did I circle back? Damn. I actually have to explore to find where the hell I am. I'm getting close. It seems like it's past... Oh no, do I have to actually unlock this tower before I can go to the desert? I don't know why I'm asking chat like you're gonna tell me. I don't see the rest of the island. I don't see the desert from the highest point. Find warm-up cave in the deserts on the other side. See, if this was Breath of the Wild, then I could just jump and glide. That'd be fucking awesome. It almost feels like it's designed like that. It's designed for a more versatile game, but you have to bike everywhere. Damn, I would love to jump right now. I just wish I could jump off a cliff, but in real life. Now, I will say, I kind of ran past all of the actual story of the DLC, and I'm just running around. So I can't talk shit on the content yet. But the actual overworld of this doesn't feel like DLC, you know? Doesn't feel like I bought a new experience as much as I just did more of the same game. But, again, I haven't taken the fights yet. It could be different. Those are odd mushrooms. Those are some becoming god mushrooms right there. But it's a PG game. I think I found the desert. It's kind of weird they'd put Aggron in a desert. It's not a ground type. But I guess having an armored shell would help you survive out here. Look at this little guy go. He's just vibing. Is this the full desert? This is so tiny. This isn't a desert. This is like a level from Spyro 2. I guess I'll just drive around and see if I find one. Thick Club. I've been to a Thick Club before. It's like a strip club, but for BBWs. They sit on your face and it goes flat like a pancake. It's worth the money. It's a joke. I've never been to a strip club. Would it sound cooler if I have or haven't been to a strip club? I don't know if that sounds like I get out and around or if that sounds like I have to pay for attention. I don't know what the stigma of strip clubs is anymore. I'll say I haven't. It's more relatable. My family almost went to a we almost went to a strip club for my oldest brother's, his bachelor party when he got married. Because me and my other brother had to, like, plan out the day. But I think we settled on just going to, like, get ribs at Hooters or something. Which is the same thing, but you get food and you're less ripped off. I don't see an Aggron anywhere. I don't know if that's luck or if I'm in the wrong area, though. Not even an Aggron, just an Aaron or a... whatever the middle one is that no one uses. Larion. The dorkiest goddamn Pokemon name I've ever laid eyes on. Lyron. Whatever it is. Okay. Reload the area? Can I just leave and come back, or do I have to shut off my damn console to do it? Ring wrong. Do you think inside of Chansey is just a large egg? Or is its bone structure just similar to that of an egg? I really want to throw my beast ball. No, I'm gonna catch the Aggron with a beast ball. It's the only way. Oh. At least I get good XP, right? That's how Chanseys work. Kangaskanga. FUNKe, I need more frag movie. I play a lot of Valorant, well not a lot, but I play some Valorant off stream, and I gather clips. One day you'll get the true frag video. That was more of a taste. Aggron's in the next DLC? Is it? No. That sucks if that's true. They say they do save the best for last, I guess. I'm being told to talk by a guy near the cave entrance. I don't want to panic, chat, but I see a very big spider in my acoustic foam behind my monitor. So if you hear me get slowly quieter, it's because I'm moving away. Because it's coming closer. It's dead. Really shouldn't kill spiders now that I think about it. It's more the bugs I'm worried about. Yes, go my quick ball after I've already spent a turn. Well, that sucks. But I guess I already beat the game once without an Aggron, right? If that's off the table, I guess I gotta go back and figure out what the actual DLC is. They call me Diggin' Pie. You've met the Diggin' Duo? Well, they'd be my sons. Haven't got any armorite ore, have you? No, I only have 40 mining. I need to... I'm trying to get up to adamant first. Oh, by the way, I added FUNKe Tog as an emote. I can't remember what I killed for it. I think FUNKe R. I mean, I love FUNKe R, but no one ever used it, so... FUNKe Tog is now available to Twitch subs. Again, not that anyone ever fucking pogs when I do cool shit, but you have it now. Is the DLC worth it so far? There's your answer. I don't know. I don't know what the actual story is. I was actually about to run back and find the quest NPC. The overworld is nice, more of the same. They didn't really change up the formula of the wild area. I thought they could have done more stuff, maybe added a zip line or some traversal mechanics. You're still just on the bike. And I don't know if that changes, but I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that you probably spend the whole DLC on a bike. Some people pogged during the Valorant stream, but half of them I had to say pog, so I don't count it. It's not even for validating when cool stuff happens. It's just when you're making highlights, it's a lot easier. Like, oh, okay, I see 5 pogs in chat. That should be in the highlights. It's easy to miss cool plays when you're editing. When you don't know where they are. It's been 2 days and I'm still on this topic. I'll move on. Yeah, this really is a Rocket League trail. I've been playing Rocket League recently. I've played it with Voltroid a lot, but the problem is she's way better at the game than I am. She knows how to aerial, and I usually just sit on the fucking floor the whole time. But having played it recently and getting a bit more big dicky about getting more big dicky about going for far away aerials, I'm realizing Rocket League is honestly a pretty slept on game. It's one of like the most simple but followable esports I think on the market. How many people in chat have ever watched a match of Rocket League competitively? I'm gonna wager no more than 2. If even. But it's a great game. Just no one talks about it. I've seen 2.5 people in chat, so there you go. I really like hoops in Rocket League specifically. Whereas normal Rocket League is just soccer with cars, hoops is basketball with cars. And it forces you to jump off the ground way more. That's the thing I've learned about Rocket League. If you're not comfortable leaving the floor, you're not gonna climb as a player. Because once you get to a certain level, everyone knows how to aerial. Don't need it. I wish it was like the Safari Zone and I could just throw a rock. I'm just exploring right now, if you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get a feel of what the hell this is. Nice. I've entered cloak mode. She's dressed like FUNKe. Cheese outfit. ...2020 game and still no voice acting, by the way. Ah! You must be the new student that's supposed to join the dojo. I fucked my throat doing that internal gasp. Ugh. I'm just gonna tell everyone they got the wrong person. It's you daft cunt. Oh, that's right. You're you daft cunt. Of course you are, love. Though I'm rather unsure. I don't know what, like, inflections he has. My name's Honey. I help keep this place running. You can consider me the lady of the house. Not that the master dojo is just any old house. Is this just some more it's not a gym but it's actually a gym bullshit? It's like that dojo in Saffron City that everyone thought was a ninth gym, but it wasn't. I would never carry a conversation, but I would let her splatter my dick like a balloon animal between her thighs. I'd allow it. I like how that somehow confuses you, chat. I thought it was pretty cutthroat. You'd think the gym grass would have something more threatening than a baniri in it, but I guess that's more tourist friendly. I've been streaming for years and I say dumb shit all the time, and yet somehow people still get shocked. Probably because it's always different people every night. Everybody, I've come to make an announcement. They're all white belts. I don't know if impressive is the term I would use. Who names their son Hyde? Except for that one guy from that 70s show. Who I think has, some very nasty charges on him as of recent news. Allegedly done some pretty fucked up stuff. I'm pleased as cheese that you could join us. Cheese to meet you. So where does his eyebrows end and his hair begin? Just trying to see if there's any diamonds in the rough of dialogue here. A quick recording of progress before a battle is the first step to a safe adventure. Hiya! The master's a kind man. Don't be afraid to show him everything. You know, Nintendo of America's localization team could try a little harder on these NPCs, but I guess why bother trying when the developers of the game itself didn't try either. These ingredients are for everyone's meals. No nicking food outside of mealtime. I'm hungry.
Perfect. Now it's sure to work. All that's left is to fire it up with the on button.
Oh no, he's making a sex bot.
Cripes, it powered down.
I don't like the fact that it has gasoline strapped to the back of it. You're gonna send up this whole dojo. Dude, the walls are made of paper. Do you have any idea how flammable this place is? Are there even cars in Pokemon? There are. Yeah, I remember now. There was that truck with Mew under it. Has there ever been a Pokemon game where you actually get in a car? Other than, like, the motorcycle you had in DX? I'm trying to think. I don't know why, but it seemed like that was a novelty. Pokemon Snap? No, that's like an egg copter. I'm talking a real vehicle. The beginning of Gen 3. Yeah, you do move. There are moving trucks. I would feel like this universe doesn't have convertibles or anything, though. If you want to show off, you just jump on your Pidgeot.
Yippee! Oh, I just can't wait to see you battle your heart out.
You just met me. I don't necessarily think that the older games were better as much as they had better presentation. They were more charming. And I guess you could argue content-wise they're a bit more fulfilling too, but honestly, you can't say the games have gone downhill if they weren't that super high up to begin with. Kind of depends on your definition of older, though. When I hear older, I think of Gen 4 back. But if you mean, like, Gen 2, that's a different story. Yeah, it's weak. Everyone buy it. I don't think I'll stream any Titanfall 2 today, just because it's literally been out for 2 hours. Can't imagine the player number is going to be that high up. But any excuse to play more is great.
You're pretty strong, kid. You managed to somehow take out my 2 level 50s. Are you some sort of a poker god?
I feel like it would have been more impactful to have this guy absolutely fucking curb stomp you. That way at the end of the DLC you fight him again, but on even footing. The fact that I beat him and I still join his dojo seems a little backwards to me.
It was merely a test, child. I only used 3% of my power. Old man.
Will receive the secret armor of this dojo. What? Sorry, I'm just kind of taking in how bare bones this feels right now. I paid $30 for DLC and they're still just using... Okay, whoa. Production value. What was that? I saw a smear line. Did I just see squash and stretch animation?
I've never seen any slowpoke move so fast.
Ugh. By the way, I was so unenthused about this release that I woke up the day it was announced and forgot that it was even coming out. I was just like, oh, it's out now? Okay. Did not pay attention or keep track of the release date at all. We should tell you a lot about hype for this. It's very yellow. What's the average playtime on this DLC? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's already been beaten in 3 hours. Two hours. Oh, God. Look at that thick little fella. Look at that thick little fella run. Got some choppies on him. I guess there's a difference between how long it takes to beat it and how long it takes to catch everything. Either way, can't be that much. Fuck. Of all the Pokemon, they really chose Choodle. Probably the most abundant Pokemon in this game. Don't worry, bro. I've already caught the rabbit in Mario 64. This is nothing of a challenge. Wait, what was that? Oh. I just instinctively tried to catch it because it's a fast Slowpoke. I thought a quick ball would make sense. Now I will use Earthquake on a water type and win. FUNKe, it's easier to stand in the way of their path since they have a set run pattern. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, to be fair, I guess you could call it a puzzle, but that seems like an oversight slightly. Is the DLC out? No, I'm an ambassador for Nintendo content, and I got a free copy. Suck my chode, Nintendo. All right, now I'm not an ambassador anymore. I really shouldn't talk shit on Nintendo. It's not their fault. I can't help but feel like this DLC wasn't made for someone with a competitively bred team. But in my defense, Nonagon isn't even bred. I think I just caught this one. He has some babies who were bred for online play, but not him. Fucking Choodles. These goddamn speed bumps. Why don't you make like a turtle in Florida and just get run over? Sorry, that was very charged. You know when I lived in Florida, there were... Chad, I want you to guess how many times when I lived in Florida, I had to stop my car and take a turtle off the road. Give me a number guess. Okay, nobody guessed, but it's 6. Specifically at the front of my old neighborhood. For some reason, there were always turtles crossing. And I would constantly have to, whenever I was driving to school, I would have to literally stop my car and pull a turtle off of the road. These things were the size of my chest. I'm not even kidding. I don't even know where they were getting food. There's fucking nothing in Florida. There were definite... I don't know if I ever encountered a turtle that had gotten run over, but there definitely were some. Not by me, but just because they seem to frequently traffic the area. Florida's awful. Wouldn't recommend it. I do like the grass in Florida, though. I know that's a random thing to like about Florida, but they have very thick grass. It's almost like a plant. I guess all grass is inherently a plant, but it's like leaves. Leaves from the vine. Florida grass sucks ass. I beg to differ. I mean, it's not exactly a bed of rosies. It's not, but it's the only thing I didn't like about the grass is that it was a bitch to cut because it would always clog up the mower. Welcome to the Funk stream. We have some pretty exciting conversations about various forms of foliage. What's wrong with Georgia grass? It's just not... It doesn't grow in consistently. It's very patchy. And even if you tend to it and everything right, it's really brittle and... I don't know. I just don't like the texture. It's like hair. Chat, what's the grass like in your state? I know that sounds like a joke question, but I actually want answers. Do you have like the hairy grass or the leafy grass? Hairy grass out of context sounds... Chat, can I see your hairy grass? I want you to show me your hairy grass. Dry? Not really the answer. Doesn't invoke much imagery, but thank you. When I say hairy, I mean it's like very thin strands. Hairy, thin but abundant. I wish there was some way to check on the fly whether you have a Pokemon caught. Isn't it kind of strange that in the Pokemon anime, the whole thing about the Pokedex was that he would whip it out and point it at Pokemon? Yet in the games, you gotta go through this whole fucking process to even see if you own it? Tall, long, and thick. Just the way I like it. She said that's a cool Pokemon, but that's 2 Pokemon, idiot. I have 100,000 watts, by the way, because I grinded for a bunch of it. To my knowledge, Aggron isn't in this DLC, so no, I didn't end up getting it. Sadly. The weird thing isn't the difference between Florida and Georgia grass, it's that you can't tell where it changes. I had to drive between the 2 states a lot when I lived there for work, because I had to drive up here to a different... like a different work office, and there were times where I would literally stop at the halfway point between Florida and Georgia, and there was no in-between. It was one or the other grass. I don't know why I'm still talking about this. The game isn't giving me much content. Well, I had more watts, but I think I spent it on digging or something. I had like 1 million at some point. I have it. I have it. I have it. I have a crowd down. There really no new Pokemon around here? Or uncaught, rather. I'm eating grapes, by the way, so if I go silent, because I got like 6 grapes in my mouth. Come play Valorant, little buddy. Not really in a Valorant mood right now. I'll probably play more of it. It was great to upload the highlights and immediately get more dislikes than likes, though. It's nice that those people are still around. It immediately changed back. I noticed that. What grapes? What's the best grape? They're green grapes, by the way. They're not frozen, though. If you get grapes, you should freeze them. They become a delicacy. I didn't. Red? Dude, red grapes is the most entry-level normie bullshit. That's for, like, the uninitiated grape aficionado. Green's where it's at. Chat, you have to understand it's green. That means it's healthier. That's how it works. The red grapes are less healthy. Sorry to break the news to you. That's also why the... That's why the... What flavor is the green Jolly Rancher? I can't remember. Green apple. That's why the green apple Jolly Rancher is the healthiest. I don't make the rules. I got tripped up because I was gonna say the lime Jolly Rancher. But I would rather vomit and then eat my vomit than eat a lime Jolly Rancher. Raisins are better than grapes? Alright, this guy can get the fuck out of my chat. Yogurt-covered raisins, I fuck with. Yogurt-covered any dried fruits are generally amazing. But straight raisins... It's a very brazen statement to like raisins. I do think raisins get more shit than they deserve, but I don't know if I agree that they're anything to talk about. Is this the only Pokemon that canonically has nipples? Genuine question. Can anyone name another Pokemon that has visible nipples? I just realized, in the Pokemon universe, there are people who get milk tanks just as a pet, and they wake up in the morning and they probably put the cereal bowl down to their little udder and squeeze it. God, I wish I lived in this universe. And sometimes they're out of glasses, so they just bend their head down and suck it. Because the dishwasher's full and you don't feel like starting it, so you just go straight to the source. I wonder if the taste of Miltank milk changes based on what puffins you give them. Like if you give a Miltank spicy curry, will it have spicy milk? Funk, there's a scene from the show where Meowth straight up just sucks on a Miltank. Thanks, I really needed to know that. Same with everyone else here. They needed to know as well. When you think about it, every mammal Pokemon makes milk. Rats are mammals, right? So there's probably Rattata milk out there. Oh god, Pikachu's a mouse. So Pikachus make milk too. That's probably has some tang to it. Actually, no. Pikachu definitely doesn't have milk because Game Freak has milked that Pokemon dry. Same with Eevee. There's nothing left in there. That didn't deserve the one lull, but thanks. Tauros is new, right? The Eevee shilling only started a few years ago. That's true. But Gary had an Eevee in the show back in the day. And I fucking loved Gary. Do you guys know what happened to Gary in the show? They just like wrote him off. He found some professor and became like their fucking lab assistant. It was the lamest way to get rid of a character I've ever seen. I mean, I guess it's kind of fitting, but isn't it... Did he go to work with Oak, or didn't he like go to work with some like MILF? Some MILF professor? I think he was just trying to bang her, to be honest. I wouldn't put it past Gary. They could have done so much more with him. They just got rid of him. The same could be said for most side characters in Pokemon, but they did my boy Blue a little too dirty. Oh yeah, what happened to Brock? Didn't Brock do the same shit? Didn't Brock go to work at a professor office too? At a lab? I don't know why I said a professor's office. Brock definitely just went to fuck a MILF professor, but he at least deserved it. That's a happy ending for Brock. Actually, no, didn't he become a breeder? Dude, I don't know. The lore is meaningless. They have no care for their property. Wow. No one really talks about the fact that they change the female character every season, and they like straight up said in an interview it was to give the viewers new eye candy. And somehow they never got shit for that. Or they did, and it was very subdued. I guess because like we kind of grew up with it. So no one's really trying to attack them for 10 years ago. I just thought that was very on the nose. Yeah, there's like documented interviews of the people that make the anime saying that they were giving the viewers quote-unquote new eye candy. I think they were hamming it up. They were just saying, you know, 10-year-old boys like having new companions or something. It was weird. Why is pedo shit so common in anime? That's a question for the scholars. I don't really know. I know that it's a lot weirder because, I mean, part of it is appealing to teenage boys, right? So it's kind of more of a side effect that adults happen to watch it. There's nothing wrong with having a how do I word this? You can have like a light romantic subplot of, oh, Ash and Serena kind of grew up together and they like each other. But there's a line, and a lot of animes seem to cross it, where they try to actually develop it as opposed to just it being like a passive thing. There are other reasons, but I really don't want to get into talking about Japanese culture. All it takes is misrepresenting one thing to get cancelled. So I'm just gonna steer clear of that landmine. I definitely already have a Vespa Queen. There's an EA conference? I had no idea. I didn't even know that they were gonna release Titanfall 2 again. Caught me by surprise. Is this it? It's just a Combi Island? You can get matches in Titanfall 2, even on Origin. It'll probably be better with it on Steam now, but it depends on, I guess, how much coverage it gets. I don't think they're, like, the Titanfall Twitter hasn't even tweeted about it or anything. If they release it but no one talks about it, it might just die again. I hope it doesn't, though. Oh, dude, it's Wind Waker all over again. Where's a speed sail when you need it? Da 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 da. Alright, there's a lot more exploration in this DLC than there is the overworld. I'll give them that much. Even if it doesn't seem to be paying off at all. Darumaka. I don't even know what the hell that is. It's definitely past Gen 4. I feel like they gave the trees too much shit in this game. People were doing the Ocarina of Time memes with the trees. Even though the woodwork was the least of this game's issues. I don't know where to go. Don't really see anywhere to aim for. Is there anything interesting in the EA conference, like speculated? I'm not opposed to watching it on stream. It's just if it's gonna be a debriefing for their stockholders, then I don't really care. I don't need to hear that Apex Legends is getting new microtransactions. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do people still play Apex? Yeah. Everyone jumped on calling it a dead game even though it's not. Isn't this like a swoobat? I don't think I need that. I mean, everything is a dead game compared to, you know, Minecraft and Fortnite, but Apex is still around. I don't play it, but it's around. Yeah, these are literally just Korok seeds, but you don't have to work for them. That's why I've been going.
Yeah.
This really does look like Wind Waker right now. Only less stylized, and it probably won't age as well. I didn't do the Skullchilla thing, so I can't vouch for it, but I believe you. Thanks, Theory. When am I gonna do TF2 commentaries? Buddy. I don't know how to answer that. It's been 4 years. Titanfall 2, on the other hand. Doesn't this look like an island you're supposed to climb around on? But you can't? I mean, why even have these cool structures? I'm still of the opinion they should add a Titan mode to Apex Legends. But I also understand they would have to make an entire map from scratch to even do it.
Yarshi blows!
You've garnered my attention, Wailord. I have more fun in Valorant than I do Apex. That's not a knock at Apex by any means, just if I'm gonna pick my poison of modern game, I'd pick the one with a bit more stakes. Perceived stakes, maybe, but stakes. I bet I can get eaten by it and it loads an entire new level. Hey Game Freak, thanks for spawning it on an island for me. God forbid I fight a Wailord in its natural environment. I already have one too. What a superficial Pokemon to find. The least you could have done is made it shiny like a Gyarados. And it somehow got smaller in the duration of those 4 seconds. Ma'am, how the hell did you get here? You seem a little too stranded to be smiling right now. Hi, I came here from a different region. Or I should probably say, I got swept out to sea and landed here. Can you call a helicopter? This poor lady. And I know she didn't swim. She's wearing shoes and jeans that are dry somehow. Hi there, I'm a political refugee. I'm running from the government. Please don't tell ICE I'm here. Oh, I didn't have my charge. My Animal Crossing villagers are starving. I probably should play more of it, but can't be fucked, mate. Favorite game right now? Ooh, that's a loaded question. I don't really have a favorite game right now. To be honest, outside of video and streaming stuff, I haven't been playing that many video games. Just been playing some of my guitar and keeping up with real-world events. That's how I get my entertainment, by looking at news headlines and dying a little more inside each day. That and all the moving stuff, but that's... I'm pretty much done now. Ditto. I found that Ditto Island someone was talking about. The real question is, are these the Ditto's original form, or did they Ditto a Ditto, so now they're a Ditto Ditto? So they're actually a different Ditto than themselves. Full Ditto team. One day. They're just for breeding. They are my sex slaves. Well, no, I shouldn't say it. They're not my sex slaves. Don't clip that. Who's the hardest Pokemon battle in the history of the games? I'm trying to think about it. I know someone in chat's gonna say Cynthia. I don't agree, but I get where you're coming from. Red's team is pretty wipeable if you have the right Pokemon. I want to say Steven, but I don't even think that's true. He wasn't that hard. Post-game Cynthia. You know, the more I think about it, Cynthia might be it just because she had a versatile team. Enough that she can't get... They had to kind of plan your fight. Actually, I can't remember all of the Battle Frontier champions. But the Battle Frontier in Emerald... That would fuck me up. Didn't one of them have, like, legendary birds? One of them had an Articuno, I think. Somehow. I miss the Battle Frontier. I remember the Battle Frontier because there is one episode of the anime where Ash gets possessed by some sort of a ghost of the Battle Frontier, of the pyramid, and then someone on YouTube made an AMV of that episode to Animalaya Become by 3 Days Grace. And that's why I remember it so well. And also it was a pretty good fight in the games. I've circled the whole island, but it doesn't seem to be that eventful. I was hoping to find an Octorok or something. This is not how water works. This is not at all how water works. Motherfuckers have sideways water. Yeah, I really want you to show me where Galarian Rattata is, you dumb broad. What are you, some kind of water expert? I am, actually. I'm actually made mostly of water. Not to flaunt my credentials or anything, but I mostly am water. So I think I have a say or two on how it works. Probably shouldn't have killed that Poliwrath. You guys know that haiku I put on Twitter recently? S tier element. Clearly the waterbenders, they can bend their piss. The top reaction was someone saying that waterbenders don't need condoms because they can nut in someone and then bend it out of them. What I thought was even funnier was days later, the guy who wrote that deleted his message, his reply. Which makes me think he was so ashamed of it that he went back and deleted any trace of it from the internet. Luckily, someone else responded with a picture of that guy from from Despicable Me with the subtext "come." So something still exists. Thankfully. I've been rewatching Korra season 1 and it's kind of scary how relevant it is. Like genuinely actively scary. I just finished the episode of Korra. So for those who don't know, the first season of it is there's this group of people called the Equalists who aren't benders, and they feel like all of the benders are kind of oppressing the non-benders. So there's this movement to take people's bending away. And it becomes this class warfare situation, and it gets so bad that the task force of the city has to initiate a curfew because the non-benders are rioting, and they're all in the streets causing havoc. Then the police, the bending police, come out and they start locking up all of the non-benders. And they wrap them in metal and put them in the back of boxes. And while I was watching this, I was just thinking, huh. This aged well. It ends a little differently than how I expect this to end, but... Fuck. Probably shouldn't have my quarterback at the front of the line in hindsight. How is it relevant? You're joking, right? I can never tell when people in my chat are asking actual questions. Bit of an empty cave. It has to be bait. It's either bait or it's a non-US viewer. Even though the riots are all over the world now, and not even just here. Didn't you say you were gonna upload the dumb Valorant thing on the main? I did upload it on the main. It's on FUNKe. Oh, you mean... No, I didn't say that. Do you know how fucking crazy I would have to be to upload Valorant stream highlights to my main? Are you kidding me? I would unironically get death threats. Do you know how bad it was when I uploaded my first Overwatch video? Hell no, I'm not putting that on my main. I mean, it's great content. I think it would fit right in, but no. I'll pass. My graduation got canceled. Am I missing anything? Yeah, your graduation. No. My graduation, it was boring. I sat next to a kid who chewed tobacco and spit it into his graduation cup. But other than that, nothing really happened. If anything, you got lucky. You didn't have to sit in a seat for 3 hours doing nothing, with the wafting scent of tobacco going into your nose. It wasn't even like a trashy school or anything. It just... I guess I just alphabetically was next to the Southern Hick. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I didn't catch any kids smoking weed at the graduation. But in my English class, I did sit at a table with 3 kids who always came in high. And they were at the graduation, so I definitely know there were some kids wonking Smeed at the graduation. And you know what? In hindsight, I would have met up with those kids after graduation. If I wasn't a square teenager. Funk, did you see the Internet Archive had to remove all of its borrowable books due to copyright? Copyright is going to be the death of creativity for our species. It's not inherently that copyright is a problem, but that copyright law is so broken, like pretty much every law everywhere, mostly in the US, but fuck me, man. You should not be able to maintain the rights of something for, what is it, 140 years after you die? 70 years, however long. And it's just gonna get worse, because they have all the power. And the money. How's DLC? I'm impartial. It is exactly what you would expect of More Wild Area, thus far. Probably not worth the $30, but I'm a nintendrone. So, I'm gonna play it and then upload 6 20-minute videos. And rack in that ad revenue.
All Diglett locations found.
I do want to play Xenoblade. Is that out yet? I was keeping up with all the new screenshots of it. But I never had a connection to Xenoblade, so wasn't like jumping on it. It is out. Okay. Well then I'm pretty confidently gonna play that. Whether or not I stream, it's a different story, but I can at least say my schedule's more clear now than it was like the last few months. Dude, every time I stream, there's gonna be one guy asking for my feet. Should have cut that clip. You should open Animal Crossing gifts. Oh yeah, no, I still have your 300 gifts. That's part of why I haven't streamed it. I'm gonna have to spend the whole stream opening boxes. I'll play more of it. What happened to Misty's gold duck? Did she keep it? I feel like I have a memory of her releasing it. They're giving it away. They're trading it. Didn't she like trade it away? Even though it was actually a pretty fucking stacked Pokemon for the time? She kept it? Good. That Psyduck is a part of history.
Psyduck.
Is that a Krabby?
Fish.
This was already in the decks, I think. Yeah, no, I actually was the voice actor for Psyduck. It's a small role. You might be asking how I managed to voice it, even though I was, 4 when the first episode of Pokemon came out. It was 1999, right? Wait, when was it? It was 99, then I was 2. Time travel. You wouldn't think it's that hard to program in a Pokeball icon that appears over their head. But no. It's asking too much, apparently. Someone in the Pokemon universe has stuck their penis in a Pinsir's fangs. But they only did it once. They didn't have a penis to stick it in twice. I'm just saying, if we're operating on the same rules as real life, then we can assume that there are idiots out there. And as far as we know, the humans in Pokemon still have genitals, right? You're not gonna sit here and argue that they don't. So we can canonically conclude that if it follows the same principles as real life, someone has tried to fuck a Pinsir. You name a real animal and someone has tried to fuck it. I'm just telling you the truth. If you can't handle it, then that's on you. Better to be aware of reality than to hide from it. That's what I say. In Sinnoh, there was books that said Pokemon and man used to get married. That's basically double confirmation. Should probably start reading these Pokedex entries. I think they're all new. Okay, you caught me. I do want to fuck a Pinsir. But that doesn't detract from my point. I think I need a Sandile from here. I saw this and for a second I instinctively thought it was a rust rock that you could mine. Oh, I just got its design. It has little, desert goggles on. What's the reward for collecting Korok Diglets? You unlock extra Pokemon slots. You can carry up to 20 Pokemon. It's really unbalanced online. It's fucked up. I don't know. I don't know what you get. The real question is, do any Pokemon share a breeding group with humans? Genetically, one of them has to be close enough of a relative, right? That's how that works, I think. Oh, this is gonna be a while. I think most of my Pokemon will one-shot them, so I'm not sure how to go about this, but... XP grind. Gonna have to reconsider my play here. I think Mine Kragaron will be a good pick here. Come on! I'm trying to spin so fast that I create a gravitational force that pulls in the Pokemon, but I don't think it's working. Okay. Don't think I'm catching one of those today. Whistle by pressing the left stick. I think you lied to me. Oh. Oh! Yeah, I would definitely be impaled by that. I'd be dead. I guess I like that they added the Diglett gimmick. It's better than it being empty, devoid of utilized space, but at the same time it's so obvious that they only added the Digletts to make it seem like there was stuff to do. Yeah, I can't really use... I don't know if I have any non-rock moves is the problem. Oh, I have none. We're good. No, we're not good. We have some issues. Minor setback. The first Twin Tower's gone down. To Mothra. It has no... It has Uproar. But it has 3 turns. I can't use any of these. Funk, why did you remove the Holocaust joke? I assume you mean from the engineer video. You're actually asking me why I removed the Holocaust joke from that video. What? Oh, you know, I just think I needed to workshop it a little bit. I think it was salvageable. What do you want me to fucking say? Yeah, I don't know. A lot of my older videos, it's not like it really wasn't. It was very clear that I knew it was a bad joke, but my sense of humor has changed, I guess. I didn't think it was my finer work. I don't really feel bad about cutting it. Live and learn, man. It's kind of something you have to accept when you're doing a YouTube kind of career. You're gonna go back to some old videos and realize you were a bit off the mark. Not even as in like it's so crass that you can't say it, just that it wasn't really that funny. Outside of shock value. So when that happens, I don't feel that bad about editing or snipping out clips. I have no clue what this is. It looks like one of the crawdads kids used to make fight, though, in my neighborhood. The most shit you're getting for the FUNKe video is teabagging. Yeah. In the last highlight that went up on FUNKe, there are multiple comments saying, "Stop teabagging, you're better than that." And you know what? I'm gonna teabag even harder now. I need a second opinion from you, chat, on this. Is a teabag more or less effective when the kill was impressive? I'm of the opinion if a kill's not even that impressive, then teabagging is even more impactful because it's not deserved. And yet you still choose to teabag. I think when the kill is more impressive, it's more impactful to not teabag. Because they're so far below you that you don't even care you killed them. Whereas when some dude one-shots you with a judge, and he barely even aimed it, and then he teabags you, that's like the biggest fuck you. Like, you thought that was impressive. That's my opinion. Okay, maybe I should damage it. Maybe I should damage it more. That's the only option. You used to be my favorite Pokemon, too. You just lost that privilege, Scyther. I don't know if this is stupid, but as a kid, whenever I got in this situation, I would throw out my highest level Pokemon because I thought it would intimidate the enemy so much that they would get caught. I don't know why I thought that. I just figured, oh shit, this dude's twice my level. I better get caught. See, it worked. I told you. I was right. This pussy knew better. I would also synchronize my button presses to go with the beat of the song. Or of the Pokemon rattle. The Pokeball rattling on the floor. Oh yeah, I should probably deal with my dying party. I don't know if I can fly though. Is there a Poke Center? The dojo. Do I have a favorite gen? It's pretty close between 2 and 3. It would be hard for me to distinctify which one is better. I think I think I liked 2 the most. I think Gen 2 is objectively my favorite gen, but 3 was like what really sold me as a Poke fan, as the nintendrone that I am. 5. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Oh, you're serious. Nah. I know Kanto wasn't that fleshed out in Gen 2 and they kind of just ripped it from the first, but I liked Kanto more than I did the Battle Frontier. But the Battle Frontier was pretty damn good, I will admit. That wasn't a Mandark laugh. This is... Ha 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 ha! Mine were more drawn out. I'm just gonna be mashing through this, by the way. I don't care at all what they say. I'm just gonna estimate what they're probably talking about. Yo, do I get a starter? You won't give me a Charmander, then I refuse to play. Whack, whack. I think Bulbasaur is cuter than Squirtle. But I do fuck with the Squirtle squad. But this guy isn't in the Squirtle squad. This is some punk-ass Squirtle who doesn't know better. You got me one of those Squirtle Squad descendants, we might have a conversation here. Right off. I would release it right now if I didn't need its evolutions for the Pokédex. I can't believe the Squirtle Squad was never in a video game officially. Such a missed opportunity. Or if you gave a Squirtle, what are those shades? There's like a shades that ups your critical hit ratio or something. You could give that to a Squirtle and he'll wear them. How did they not do that? Thanks for the sub, P-more. Wait, P-more? P-more asses? I still have no clue what's happening in the DLC. The dojo. Where can I heal my dying, decrepit Pokemon? Please? Oh wow, I have to manually set up my entire outfit again. Well, time to accessorize. Really like the green and yellow combo, but it's a little mommy. Mommy's not the right word, but I meant mommy like an adjective. Mommy-ish. Alright. Time to pick some mushrooms. I've been offered mushrooms before. Didn't take up the offer. Cringe? I don't think you know what that word means, but... Wait, do you mean it's cringe that I didn't drop mushrooms? That is pretty cringe. Trying to unlock my inner chakra. This was a while ago. This was like, I think after my graduation, a friend of mine had offered them as a gift for my high school graduation. But I was of the opinion that if I'm under the age of, well, if I'm young enough that my brain's still developing, dropping psychedelics probably wasn't a good idea. Now I'm 23, it's a different story. Technically, I still have 2 more years of brain development, but let's be honest, I'm not gonna get much more value out of this thing. Yeah, you got 2 graduation stories, chat. In 1 stream. What type is Tangrowth? It's just grass, right? I don't think it's bug. My hair's starting to look like a Tangela, I'm not gonna lie. So that's why I don't webcam anymore. It's getting long again, and I don't want to get shit for it. The hair you have left. Hey. I genuinely have an excuse to not get a haircut right now, though. In my personal defense. You look like you'd smoke weed, yet here we are, just a pussy. You don't know me. I mean, I was never a crazy partaker. But I'm no square. I've been around the block. I have partaken in the inhalation of exterior fumes. What gives you the impression that I don't party? I mac that wonk. I mac that wonk weekly. Hourly. Thanks, local oxygen. Breather. Have you injected weed? No, but I've done wax. Which sounds scary, but it's just THC. Which you don't inject it. Yo, I macked that synthetic whack. That sounds worse. It does. Have you ever drank a weed? No, but I don't know how much I want to say. One time I went to like a convention event, and there was a party. I don't know. I was at a party for a video game, and apparently the people that play the game mock a lot of wank, and I got offered a what is it, an edible sour strip gummy. I don't know what the name of the candy is. I've had an edible. Seemed like it seems like people overhype edibles though. Didn't do that much. Stony Patch Kids? No, but I know of those. Actually, I have had... What is it? Those little watermelon candies in edible form. Fuck Whopper. All my homies hate Whopper. Except Dane, I think he likes Whopper. Those edibles really weren't shit, bro. They really weren't. Someone has fucked a licky licky. Sorry. Gonna dragon tail it. PAX? No, that wasn't at PAX. What PAX story are you referring to? I've never done edibles at PAX before. How would I even get edibles to PAX? They'd have to go on a plane. And I don't think it's I don't think it's legal in Boston, Massachusetts. Didn't Funk go to a rave once? You're really making it sound cooler than it is. I went to a Dragon Con anime rave. And it was because someone handed me a pamphlet while I was there and I said, fuck it. A weeb rave is not a real rave. Just to let everyone know. They're not dropping Molly and Zanny at an anime weeb rave. At least, no one offered me Molly or X. The blue pill. How do you know? I don't know. Maybe I just don't have the right connections. I really don't. There wasn't anything that cool at that rave. I caught a girl who was crowd surfing and everyone let go of her. That was the highlight of my night. As sad as it is. That was like the most interesting thing that happened at that rave. And she didn't even thank me by becoming my girlfriend. Nice guys finish last, everyone. Just remember that. I feel so used. Oh, I guess I also got hit with the butt plug. That did happen too. But it wasn't like, it wasn't wet when it hit me. Someone just threw one of those furry butt plugs across the crowd and it hit me. And I didn't like pick it up or anything. It just dropped and let it lay there. I wasn't about to touch that shit. You know what? I should have kept it as a souvenir, cleaned it out, made it my own. It's free tail. Then I could have said I caught some tail at a rave. And as long as nobody asked if I was being literal or allegorical, it would have sounded like I got laid. Did they add Porygon? Well, if they did, I'll give you an epilepsy warning, but I don't think so. I doubt it. Porygon's way too cool of a Pokemon for them to add to the DLC. Why would they? They did? That's great. If Porygon's so great, why isn't there a Porygon 2? Wait, I don't have a Rockruff? Oh, for some reason I got it mixed up with Sun and Moon, where they give you like a free Lycanroc. I need to catch one. If Porygon 2 is so cool, then why isn't there a Porygon 3? Z. I'm glad someone said H-box in chat. I laughed at that internally.
Jigglypuff has top-notch lung capacity, even by comparison to other Pokemon. It won't stop singing its lullabies until its foes fall asleep.
Yo, I want to see Jigglypuff riff a bong. A lot of weed talk. A lot of weed jokes this stream. Oh, I wanted to name it Hungry Box, but it didn't give me the option. Funk, do Pokemon deserve human rights? Do you know what human stands for? Because it's not Pokemon. If a person marries a Pokemon, does that Pokemon deserve the same rights as a human? That's a very intense line of questioning, chat viewer. One that I could potentially... Jigglypuff floats? What the fuck? That's so creepy! It looks like an SCP. It's T-posing towards me. I wonder if those keys work on anything. They can't just be for show, right? They should make another Pokemon that's a treasure chest. And if you get both of them, and you trade them, you'll unlock a third Pokemon from inside the treasure chest. Oh, they steal keys from pockets. So those are just real keys. He must have stolen the key to my bitch ex-wife's heart. Because that's why I can't get in. I feel like I've explored everything. I know I haven't, but I feel like I have. You know, so far, I can't say that I would recommend this for $30, but I can say that when I finished the base game, the first thing I thought was I would like to play more Wild Area. And I guess I got what I asked for, so... I'm kind of stuck in between here. Do you have a GF? Are you offering? You can send your resume to my email. I'm available. But you have, at the top of your resume, make sure to feature your your highest competitive video game achievement. I'm not about to be dating some silver player. Sorry. I have to have standards here. SR of 3500 or higher minimum. Or MMR. Take your pick. That's nothing. That's true. You can get carried to 3500. Alright, 4K only. I only date girls over 4K SR, and if they drop, I dump them. Sorry. These are the rules. You want to ride the funk train? You gotta buy the funk ticket. Thanks for the sub, Double. I've played Overwatch with a couple of girls from Tinder. They weren't very good. At Overwatch, I should clarify. You might be wondering how. It's because in the description of my Tinder I said will carry in Overwatch. And somehow that worked. But then we played and I didn't carry, so I didn't hear back from them. Dating. Listen, I'm a little rusty. Been a couple of years. Just don't date Funk. That's kind of what I'm going for right now. See how long it keeps up. Yeah, you know, I've just made the recent decision to not date. Recent as of 23 years ago. I just kind of decided, popped out the womb. It's not really... all of this Dame business, it's not really worth it. Is this a normal attack? I might have just made a mistake. Are you still a virgin? Please say yes, it'll make me feel better. Oh, you haven't heard? He hasn't heard, guys. No, actually, about 3 weeks ago, I was at the grocery store and this cute girl brushed up against me in the aisle and our hands briefly touched. I'm sorry to break your heart, but I am, as of recently, no longer a virgin. You'll get there, man. Okay, I may have bumped into her on purpose, but it counts. Every time I open my mouth, I just make it worse. I just say worse things. Just forget that joke. You can't see shinies in the overworld, right? I can't fucking fathom why they even did that. They did it in Let's Go, too, which is even worse. I'm not keeping track of how many are in the decks that I need to get. But I'm gonna guess there's like, what, 100 more? So I'm like maybe a third through. I hate Rockruff for the sole reason that you know they were designing plushies of this thing far before they were deciding its moveset. But I can't blame them. I get it. Don't become the top grossing franchise without a little hustle. What Disneyland gang are you a part of? Pirates of the Pancreas gang. Rise up. Fuck Disney gang. Me and my homies only go to Universal Studios. Catch me at that Harry Potter ride. What would you be your other dating requirements? No, that's it. You just need to have a high gamer score, nothing else. I mean, I'd like to be able to carry a conversation without it being awkward. You know, have some hobbies in mind, but the gamer one will cover that. There's no other requirements, but I do have, like, some incentives. My tongue, it's pretty... my tongue's my only incentive now that I think about it. I don't have much else going for me. Also, I feel like an inflatable tongue would revolt more people than it does incentivize them, so I might keep that one a secret for marriage. Until marriage. Date Banny. Banny is definitely taken. She's just that kind of guy. Launcher. When are we getting a tongue OnlyFans? Never. I did make a TikTok because I briefly considered just making a 2-second TikTok of me inflating my tongue with no context and just seeing how those people would react to it. But I feel I'm scared that it might overpower them to the point they have to shut down TikTok. And while I think that would be a good thing for the general universe, I don't want to have to deal with the aftermath. So I just haven't bothered. Yeah, I play Valorant and have TikTok downloaded. Hail the Chinese overlords. Plug your TikTok? There's not much content to plug. Doesn't really matter. I'd like to feel a dragon's pulse. Yeah, never mind. I'm letting the garbage in chat change my sense of humor. It's getting so much worse. I have to stop. That's true. I could put a tongue pick on Instagram. I never really thought of it. I'm kind of worried it might get flagged as inappropriate. But I've seen worse on Instagram. I don't think I need to worry. Damn it, what button is it? How do I connect? You got some great DSL funk? What's DSL? I know I'm gonna regret asking that, but I don't know what that means. What's the big deal? I didn't... Seems to be a very charged subject. Deep suck luck? Don't... String... Lava? I don't know what it... Okay. Keep your secrets. Duck smooching lips? That's not... that... I don't get why that's so bad. Chat's making that out to be very... intense. Dick sucking lips? Oh. Oh, you were saying I have DSL. I wish I didn't know what it meant. I played on a competitive TF2 team once with a teammate who said I had a very fuckable face. But to be fair, I did ask him his honest opinion, and he gave it. I think he meant just my face, though. I don't think my body was selling much on him.
Leave this place. Never return.
Bro, it got updated. What do you mean, where's the Valve follow-up? It's not a dead game anymore. We got pastime medals. We're set. Party in the streets. And the sheets. Oh yeah, I totally forgot I need to be looking for mushrooms. I got so sidetracked talking about DSL. Yeah, I should probably go get those, shouldn't I? I think I know a guy, but it's gonna take, I need to meet him in a back alley. I can't believe that the DLC is out now and they haven't added more social features. You can't emote or talk or anything, right? There's still, like, nothing you can do with each other. My god. That's the DLC we should have gotten. The online internet update. Where you can have, like, high five taunts and battle on the fly. How the hell was that not the first thing they added? Wow, it really feels like I'm there with them. This phantom ghost of a person who gives me a can of beans and then disappears into the abyss.
fades out of existence over the horizon like my night demons. Frame rate. Frame rate. Can't find this shit. I know there's one in the cave. What the fuck did Alex just find? That was like a giant Garbodor. I think I'm gonna have to come back. Actually, if I only need one, I can just go grab the one that I know where it is. Listen, I need social interaction in my baby game, because I don't get out much. That guy he just flew on a bike like E.T. Phone home. Wheeze. If you're looking to get in my way, well, I think some vile poisons will take care of that. Kind of feel like you're escalating the situation a little bit. She's gonna poison me? Oh. You know what? I'm so glad that all the conventions are canceled, because otherwise there would be so many people cosplaying Clara. 90%. It's like the year My Hero Academia came out and fucking everyone... I'm gonna dress as Midoriya. I'm gonna stand out so much at the cosplay contest. No offense to any My Hero Academia cosplayers in my chat. All 2 of you. I'm gonna cosplay me. The only time I've ever considered cosplaying was going as a Dante from DMC. But I'd have to dye my hair white for that. That seems like an overcommitment. Boy, am I glad I don't stream with eye tracking software right now. Buy a wig? Yeah, but I have the hair for it. Seem wasteful. Gotta go all out. Be Zuko. My face is too round. I'm more of an Aang, and I don't want to go bald. Much love for Zuzu, though. I can't go bald, though, because I can't grow facial hair. I could do like adult Aang, where he has that terrible jock strap around his neck. But that would require me being able to grow a jock strap. Or wanting to grow a jock strap. Both of which the answer is no.
You can have those silly mushrooms. I'm gonna find better ones anyway. Have you guys seen the mycelium that got... I don't know how to explain this. Easy peasy. Have you guys seen that mycelium, those mushroom spores that got planted on a map similar to Tokyo? And the mycelium spread and grew similar to how the railways in Tokyo are drawn out? Like they somehow mimicked human construction on a minor scale. Oh, was it slime mold? Yeah, there was a slime mold that found the most efficient routes between food sources on a map similar to, like, Tokyo. And at first it would just randomly grow out, just looking for food, but once it found where all the food was, which for reference, the food was like where the big cities are in Tokyo. They made basically little roads that looked almost identical to what we made. Thought it was crazy. That's why I'm telling you, man. Don't step on that anthill. Sounds like Junji Ito. There probably is some sentient slime mold Junji Ito, yeah. But this is real life, man. I was listening to a podcast talking about, like, the life of forest floors. And I can't remember what specific forest there was, but there's this one forest where almost everything in it is connected underground. And whenever there are certain trees or plants that aren't getting enough nutrition, some of the other plants around them they ration off their own nutrition to the dying trees. So you have these super complex plant structures that are all just working together. It's essentially a giant organism. In Avatar, there's this one tree that... it's like the size of 10,000 trees. Kind of the same concept. I'll catch you, Chansey. No matter how many dozens of Ultra Balls I gotta burn through. B. I'm spamming B. If it works, that means that spamming... Yep. I can confirm. That's not just anecdotal evidence. That spamming B makes it more likely to capture. How have they not made that a real mechanic? You would think they would add... like, instead of this Dynamax gimmick, just add a gimmick where you mash a button to get a better cap. What is this smelly Sandshrew? He has stink lines coming up from him. This Sandshrew hasn't bathed in 4 weeks. I thought maybe it was shiny or something, but no. 4 perfect IVs? Damn, should've caught it. If you guys want to hear some real hippy-dippy philosophical discussion, on the most recent Artificial Intelligence podcast, there was this German physicist who was just talking about how complex systems work. His main point that he was trying to convey is that the brain is just essentially software. Like any other computer, your brain is basically software. And it's impossible for any software to be continuous forever. So every time you go to sleep, you're basically stopping and restarting the software. So when you wake up in the morning, you're not the same person that went to sleep. From like an AI perspective, you're probably getting rebooted. So you're not the same person that wakes up. You're just a perfect clone with perfect memories. I thought it was a very compelling argument. In conclusion, you're a robot. That's dumb. Why is it dumb? Don't call this German physicist that I just heard yesterday dumb. How dare you? I have a feeling software doesn't work like that. It does. Servers routinely go down for maintenance. Why do you think Steam is broken every Tuesday? You gotta refresh the system. That is how software... I mean, I'm not an engineer. I can't fucking talk. But that, to my knowledge, that is how software works. It can't be permanently continuous. It does have to stop. Now, if you want to make the argument of, well, even if it restarts, it's still the same system, it's not a different one, then yeah, but that's like splitting hairs at that point. The point is that it has to stop. He made some great... It was actually a very interesting podcast. He made a point of the reason that your dreams get more boring as you get older is because as you get older in real life, your understanding of the world is more grounded. When you're a kid, you don't know what's possible and what isn't, but when you're in your 30s, you kind of know that people can't fly, that the world isn't fair. So subconsciously, when you dream, your brain is working with more constraints. Because your brain's understanding of the world is more limited. It doesn't think everything is possible, so your dreams aren't as crazy. I mean, you can still have crazy dreams as an adult, but it certainly seems like as you get older, most people start forgetting their dreams more. I'm in my 20s and I still tend to remember them, so I guess I'm lucky thus far. Thanks for the sub, Rice. My last stream was weird. I also kind of sad, but kind of weird. I don't know the setting. I was just like hanging out. I was camping, and I was camping with this like the most beautiful girl I've ever met. Just this really nice lady. And I didn't want to wake her up, so I was being quiet. But then a 3 foot, no, I think like maybe a foot-long tarantula randomly appeared, and it started crawling over her sleeping person. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't want it to like crawl in her mouth or anything, so I tried to slap the tarantula. But I like, the tarantula moved and I just slapped her awake. And she was pissed at me, and then I woke up. So I guess the dream was I ruined another relationship. There's a tarantula somewhere in my mind. Somewhere in there, still unsquished. Thanks for the sub. Do plants sneeze? The answer is yes, they do sneeze. It's called pollen. I don't think that's how pollen works, but I'm sticking by it. I think I found everything. I have some terrible news about my dreams. I had a dream recently. It was a totally normal dream. Just standard weird stuff, walking on the walls, eating noses from a bowl. But what happened in my dream was, in the bottom left of my eye, I saw a little bit of text appear, and it said, "My gut has joined the server." And I'm not even fucking with you. 3 hacking snipers appeared in my dreams, spin botting. So apparently, the bots have made it into my mind. It's a fucking terrible dream. I had to disconnect and find a new server. They're everywhere, dude. Thanks, Rylos and Zavik for 7. Dream botting. They didn't kill me or anything. They were just, like, present, and it was very ominous. I watched the first episode of Dorahedro with the giant lizard man. I haven't gotten into it yet, though. I'm not, like, sold. A sign of things to come. Uh-oh. I haven't watched a new anime yet. I had some people recommending Kipo to me. That children's cartoon on Netflix. I say children's very mockingly, but it actually, the first episode was very, like, creative. Very, like, stimulating use of camera angles and animation. I don't know if I'm sold on Kipo. Not a super big fan of the art style, but I think I could get sold on it. Yeah, Ben 10 vibes. Not that I watched Ben 10 either, but I know of it. Subbed or dubbed? Dubbed. It's 2020. Sub doesn't matter. 90% of the time it doesn't matter. Sometimes it does. What's the best Western cartoon? Probably The Legend of Rick and Morty. I still like Korra more than I did Avatar. I'm not gonna get into a whole thing. I'm not gonna fight about it. And I will say, as a contained story, yeah, Avatar probably deserves the chops, but like, if I'm gonna pick my preference, then I would nominate Korra for my favorite Western show. Western cartoon. Show's kind of different. Favorite kid show? What do I look like, a grown man that watches cartoons? Don't answer that. I think the best Western anime probably would be Kappa Mikey. So we're cooking up a soup. I don't really see how this relates to the dojo. I think someone has an AR-15 outside. I don't know what that sound was. Again, I have no emotional investment into any of these characters. I don't feel bad about A-mashing. Although I did pay for this DLC, so maybe I should care. But I don't. Soup's on, everybody. The famous Mac Soup of Master Dojo. Is it famous if it's using new ingredients? It's not really Famous.
You see, when one drinks this dojo's famous mac soup, you'll be able to see the mushishi in the air.
You feel Dynamax energy welling up. Look at the absolute schnoz on this guy. You could stick 15 Q-tips up that nose at once. Plan on doing multiple streams of this. I'm not going to finish it today, so I'll need to come back to it. So I'll probably stream it again, but it might be like on the tail end of streaming something else. I don't think I'll do a dedicated Pokemon stream. I might throw it in with something else I stream soon. Still kind of deciding. I'm trying to get a FUNKe video out next week. Then a main channel video out in like three or so weeks. So everything within that range of time, stream-wise, is just spur of the moment if I feel like it. But I also don't want to drag this out. So yeah, I'll probably stream this tomorrow on the weekend. Wow, 3 weeks? Are you not used to this by now? I would have figured you're used to this. I mean, maybe 2 weeks, but I don't enforce... God, where is this old man? I don't enforce deadlines on myself anymore. Oh, you're surprised because that's short. You expected more. Huh. That's fair. It's the year of our Lord and Savior 2020 and I still can buy useless berries. Thank you, Game Freak. The new video was different than normal? What do you mean? Do you mean the Valorant video is different? No, I used to make highlights all the time. That's what FUNKe was for. I just stopped doing it because the only reason I made highlights was so people knew I streamed. And no matter how many highlights I put out, nobody knew I streamed. But I didn't edit the Valorant one, so I didn't have to... Well, I edited a part of it, but I didn't have to, like, expunge myself on it so I could do other stuff. I didn't think... I thought it was a... fit in pretty concretely with the other highlights. Here you go, buddy. Put in 4 items you don't need and you'll get 1 new item in exchange. If you put 4 of the apricorns that grow here on the isle, you might even get a rare Pokeball. So it's that dude from Gen 2, but with less steps. You don't have to wait for him to make the Pokeballs. That's kind of cool, actually. I'm glad that came back. You obtained a blob of black sludge. Great. I'm gonna put 4 of the most expensive things I own in. You obtained muddy water. I guess it's a cool move that carried me on my Swampert through Gen 3, but don't really care. What kind of music are you listening to? Been kind of on a Japanese funk bender. Like 80s Japanese funk. It's hard to find good albums of it though. It's a very specific genre to look for. I don't like those bedroom eyes she's giving me. Correction, I love those bedroom eyes, but I don't trust them. I've heard of Zutamayo, but I don't know. I haven't listened. He's playing with a Nintendo Switch.
Remember, head to the battle court behind the dojo when you're ready. Get out of my way, I'm playing Splatoon 2, you bitch.
Wait, is that Pokemon Quest? There's not a camera feature. I can't zoom in. I think he's playing Pokemon Quest. Pokemon Quest sucks. Maybe it doesn't suck. I didn't care for it. I'm gonna wipe her. I'm not holding back. Finally, the moment I've been waiting for. The most challenging battle in all the history of Pokemon Sword and Shield. The true testament to prove myself. We will have a glorious battle! She has 4 Pokemon. And it's not even evolved. Oh my god.
Destroy the child.
Maybe watch your step. Looks like some toxic spikes have gone down. I stole my loadout from Smogon.
Oh no. It's over. Whatever will I do? Alright, start the timer. Sweep in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. She's got a Weezer out. This one's gonna be tough. Didn't get swept. There goes my whole plan. I might actually lose my special. It's okay. The sweep's coming in 3 more attacks. 4 more attacks. Then I'm gonna sweep. I'm literally not even gonna bother healing. Especially because I've attacked up like 4. Oh, maybe I should have healed. I'm gonna set up Trick Room. I'm just gonna like overthink this as much as I can. Let my poison drive you crazy. Okay, I don't think my setup's working. Time to do the age-old plan of mashing A on the attack move until they die. That's what I get for not starting with the special. I had to swap to him and he got poisoned. Yikes, they was... I'm out of practice. Alright, maybe it's not a sweep. Maybe this is a standard battle. I like this tune. I'm not in a rush to finish it. There's no way I'm losing. I ain't letting go to the bitter end. I like the slow bro Gatling gun. Mounted on the left hand. It's actually pretty cool. NGL. Hey, I mained him in Highlander for a while. So is this just a better Blastoise? It's Blastoise, but he's faster. And the gun is mounted on his hand instead of his back. It looks diseased. That's actually not a gun, that's just a cyst that's grown on its hand. You know that disease where your skin comes in as like bones and it eventually you can't move any of your limbs? That's what's growing on his hand. The Elephant Man of Pokemon. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's like where the body fucks up and whenever it's trying to heal skin, it heals in as if it's healing a bone. And I think when you're younger, it's not as big of a deal, but like as you get little scratches and injuries, your body just gets like more tighter and tighter. So it's pretty fucked up. Master? But you tried so hard with your 2 empty Pokemon slots. You're looking after the Pokemon in the dojo for 6 months by yourself. That seems like a bit much, actually. Basically asking her to run a kennel because she lost a Pokemon match. This isn't the whole DLC, right? This isn't like the entire main story and now it's just all bullshit. I still haven't gotten into those towers. After 10 months in development. I wonder how many waifu pillows have been drawn of her. More than one, less than 100, but we'll get there. So I don't know what to do now. I know there's other towers I can run to. I don't think I'm gonna do that today though. There's a pit in my stomach, devoid of food. I'm hungry. This isn't that stimulating of a game to begin with, so honestly, if I'm gonna stream more of it, I would rather do it after streaming a more interesting game. Just to like, die down. Talk to Mustard. I genuinely care so little for these characters, I don't even know who Mustard is. I think I'm just gonna call it there. And save. Talk to the old man once. Okay, I can do that.
Since you've completed all 3 trials, I give you the secret armor of Master Dojo.
I better be suited up like Alphonse Elric right now. I've been lied to. Not yet. Not yet. I think I had a Build-A-Bear that looked like this once. What's that actual character in an animation in a Pokemon game? Be honest, they exasperated their entire budget on that one kick. That's where it all went. And they had a lot of budget. It's a really shy Pokemon, but it's strong. And he wants me to train it. I'm the master now. Why does it have tree trunk legs? Cubfu trains hard to perfect its moves. The moves it masters will determine which form it takes when it evolves. So, if I just teach it Splash 4 times, what do I get? I'll just find the 4 most useless normal type moves that it can learn. Why don't you have tree trunk legs? Since when have you seen my thighs? You don't know what I'm rocking. I might be twig up on the upper body, but you haven't seen. I look like Squidward after he's eaten 1,000 Krabby Patties. Reserve your judgment. Oh Lord, he coming! Oh Lord, he coming! What is this? Why is this out here? Whose is this? It's mine? Why is it following me? It's never done this. Is this a new thing? Can they follow you? Oh. What the fuck? That's awesome. Fuck mine Krageron. I want my real best friend following. Heh. That's great. It only took him a DLC to add it. They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew if they added this, more people would buy it. I like the long pose. He's so slow. It's like he's not even following me. Master, please! I can't keep up! Not much better. That's great. I can feel the game lagging just by doing this, but that's great. This is a lot to take in right now. Jenny, it's your turn to take Waylard out for a walk. Mom, do I have to? He keeps eating pedestrians. You know, if you want a pet Pokemon, you have to take him out for a walk. Okay. One more. That's about what I expected. Oh Lord, he coming. Oh Lord, he coming. He's mitosised up the trainers into his own skin. Aw. Pretty cute, actually. Where are you? Oh my god! You scared me! Open your mouth, I want to climb in. What about Eternatus? I released Eternatus 10 seconds after I got him. I can't show you. I'm sorry. If I had known they were adding this feature, I might have reconsidered. Up de dop de doopy 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 da 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 da. He's so happy. This makes me so happy. I strive to live my life with as much carefree attitude as this Quagsire does. Trying to see if there's any other cool Pokemon to follow me. Is Arcanine actually big, or is he like the tiny Arcanine? Oh, it's the tiny Arcanine. That's lame. Arcanine's supposed to be, like, huge. Pretty fast, though. Do these follow you in the overworld, or is this Isle only? Isle only? Fuck you, Game Freak. Can't write it, by the way. Unwritable. Pokemon rights. I'm kind of curious to see how Diglett moves.
Trio. I'm coming, Master. As fast as we can go. We're coming.
Why doesn't it just get out of the ground and walk with its feet? And its big buff body. Is that how it works? The sad thing is I don't think you can see other trainers' Pokemon following them. That'd be pretty cool. Try Ice Cube. You won't regret it. It's like watching a 3-year-old take his first steps. I'm surprised you can even move with how top-heavy you are. You'd think you'd just fall over after 7 feet. See what birds I have. I want to see Stone Jewer. It's a walking monument. Could you imagine if the Easter Island head just popped out of the ground and started waddling around? You dum-dum, give me gum-gum. Oh, they do a little yow. They do a little yow when I whistle.
Yow!
I don't think I have any good birds. Surprisingly. Like some actual avian creatures. The birds must be able to keep up, right? Like a Corviknight. Yeah. That's some plague rising kind of stuff I like. Just literal death has come to rip you into pieces with its mandibles. Nose pass for the Easter Island. I don't know if Nose pass is in the Pokedex. If it does, I should have it. Oh, I have to see this. I have to. Are you yes! 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 Let her rip, Beyblade! I take it all back. It was worth the $30. This is one of the weirdest looking Pokemon when it's right side up. Doesn't seem like there's anything else that crazy. Steelix and Onyx are just gonna fly. They're just gonna float around. Yo, what the fuck? I did not expect a panda to be this fast. This is not something I would want to see at night. This motherfucker running at you. I have to see the baby Pokemon. This thing will probably waddle its way so pathetically. It's fucking crawling. Look at this little dipshit. Look at this fucking moron. It's not even bipedal yet. This fucking idiot doesn't even know how to walk. Wearing diapers. Diaper looking ass. This is immoral. I can see why they got rid of Pokemon following you. There's like actual moral dilemmas in forcing them to this. Please, I'm dying. I'm having a lot of fun watching these, actually. I can look at Snom. More like orangutan. It's the best I could come up with. I got rid of all my legendaries, so if you want to see those, I'm afraid I can't even help you, as I no longer own them. I'm looking for Snom. Snom, Snom, Snom. Snom, Snom. It doesn't even move. Now I just wish I could throw a ball in the overworld. Play fetch with it. Approaching all my real problems be like... Alright, I'm just gonna go take a piss. I'll be right back. Oh man. Holding that in for 3 hours. He made it. He beat me in the race. I was trying to see if I could get there first. I'm proud of you, Snom. Somehow this isn't a Ultra Beast. Somehow. Try Rune Rigus? What is that? I don't actually remember what it is. The big stone. Oh, hold up. I have it in a weird spot. I have a Kofagrigus. I don't see a Rooney though. I don't think I have the entire Pokedex because I had traded some stuff away. Guess I don't have one. This is all you get. How does the lawnmower move? It better actually cut grass in its wake. Close enough. Okay, that's pretty cute. But I would not have that follow me. Turtonator. Uh-oh, Funk. What-oh, uh-oh. Oh no. This is a comment from the latest video. Sorry to tell you this, man, but I had the exact same hair when I was 23, and I started shaving because I balded a year later. Good luck accepting that whole deal. Oh shit. I'm not ready to lose it. My hair is my identity. In place of an actual identity. This is all I have. If I lose this, I have no identity. I'll keep you updated. Damn, you a big boy. Alright, just a few more. I'm almost done. You gotta understand, it's been years since I could do this. I didn't play Let's Go. I expected... I don't know, I didn't expect it to slide on the ground like that. Like a slug. What? Took you a minute there, buddy. Kind of slow reaction time.
I fear no man, but that thing scares me.
You look like a Drampa? That's too far. I don't think hard carry has that good of an animation. He's just vibing. This dude walks like a metronome. Yeah, play me a bass line. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Feel good. You want to see the actual hard carry? He's probably got a bit more pep in his step than his slow other brother. Oh, there's that pep in the step. All right, hard carry. I'm gonna need a G chord. All right, give me a D chord. Wish they were more interactable. It's cute though. I like what they've done. Good feature. Should have gotten it the second I got to the island. Play Wonderwall. I was thinking of doing that, but I genuinely don't know the chords to Wonderwall. So I couldn't. Give me a power chord. Alright, I think I'm done. I've looked at as many stupid Pokemon walks as I can. There's still more to do. There's those towers over there that I need to go inspect. Still haven't caught all the Pokemon. I don't know if I'm gonna catch them on stream, but you can probably expect another stream of this perhaps on the weekend alongside something else. It's Thursday, my dudes, right? So, expect a stream by Saturday, but maybe not Friday. I'm not sure. Depends on what my plans look like. That's it, though. I got some other work to do, so I'm gonna get off. Maybe a stream tomorrow. Just keep an eye on the bot and the Twitter to know if I go live. Probably won't be Pokemon next stream, though. Or at least it'll be something else, too. Raid. Let's see if I know anyone. I have like 3 friends on Twitch, so my raid options are pretty spread thin. Not really. Doesn't seem like anyone I raid is on. I'm just gonna end it. I will be back tomorrow or Saturday. I don't know. Go watch my the Valorant highlights on FUNKe if you like video games and content about video games. See ya.